Hi, my name is Manisha, Kulatilake-BA, a final year interior design student from the graduating batch of 2023. I'd first like to start off by telling a little backstory as to why I picked design as my career. Growing up, I've always engaged in creativity, whether it be creating art pieces or even dance. This allowed me to freely express myself while also staying occupied. And when it came to selecting my career, I knew I definitely want to do something in the creative field, as I knew I'll enjoy this, thus I would excel in it. For my final year project, we were advised to identify a problem in Sri Lanka and create a design for it as the solution. The problem I identified is the negative mindset that people have when it comes to pursuing a creative field, as they often view it as you're wasting time or that you will not be successful. And this is something I personally had to deal with as well when it came to choosing my career. So as a solution, I decided to create a creative arts center where people can actively engage in creativity without being judged and therefore gain that motivation to even pursue it as a field. The target demography for this space is creative Sri Lankans between the ages of 18 to 30. The reason I picked this demography is based on a primary research study that I did, and based off that I was able to identify this age range. For my site, I decided to go forward with Glowmark CR and FC, which is a supermarket that is located Dharmalasekara Mawatha in Colombo. The reason I picked this was because it had a good square meter of 1,200 and there were noticeable bus stops in the area which makes sense for people who are traveling by public transport. In addition to that, there is a vacant car park behind which allows people who travel by car to easily park their cars and access the space. The financial aid for this project, in other words, the client, is Fondation de France, which is a charity-based organization that is based in France and has been active for over 50 years. The reason I picked them was because during the pandemic, they were known to issue the art supplies and other essentials creative people in the area needed in order to engage with their creativity and stay active during lockdown. The overall drive for this project is based off a concept called abstract expressionism, which is a post-war art movement that took place between the years of 1940 to 1950. Being inspired by this allowed me to research into the active artists at that time, also known as abstract expressionists, such as Jackson Pollock, who I really took as my inspiration to develop my concept for this project. When it came to developing my concept further, I took a look at Jackson Pollock's artwork and understood the shapes and forms that he used. And then I decided to experiment this on my own by creating various bunch of art pieces that resembled his shapes and forms, but also my subconscious mind, where I allowed myself to freely create pieces without thinking too deep into it. After creating these pieces, I took a step forward and used those pieces as inspiration to use myself as a canvas, which created the overall color scheme and the shapes and forms for this project. Using these finalized shapes and forms, including the colors, I was able to develop and design the overall scheme for this space. This involves the ground floor and the first floor that entail an exhibition space, cafe bar, and also a variety of creative spaces that involve private and collaborative environments. Having these private and collaborative environments allow people to make a decision on what they are most comfortable working with, as they get to either engage in just working on their own or actively work with other people who may inspire them and also motivate them to further enhance their creativity. In conclusion, creating this creative arts center allows Sri Lankan creatives to break away from that negative environment, such as the negative comments they receive, and freely engage in a non-judgmental environment that allows them to enhance their creativity and also gain motivation to maybe use this as a career option. As per my future plans, I'd like to learn more skills in this industry, and I hope to do a master's degree to gain these other skills along with work experience before that. And I'd also like to start my own firm one day. Thank you.